Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Throwing right away is Daniels. And his first look is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Flush to his right. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the right side and caught by Senate. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer.
Now Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Second and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
To throw is Daniels. That's caught by Senate. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Here we go.
Man open left side is Brown. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
2nd and goal from the 1.
72 Here we go.
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Right side completes to Mechie. Touchdown, Washington. John Mechie, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. All right.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action. Daniels. He'll buy some time right. And this throw will be intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Okay, 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. This will be complete to Mechie. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point from McManus is good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Hey, never mind. Monday. Say hi.
Now Fields. That's complete to Pearsall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Test, butt straight. You got a mini base. Why not?
To throw is Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Niners at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Throwing again is Fields. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end. So nothing doing there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go! Riggs! Buffalo 18! 18,
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Mechie, the man in motion. To the air goes Daniels. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, here we go, son.
Now it's Fields. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go, son. Test, butt straight. Son.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Why not? Right.
From the gun, here's Fields. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 51 yards.
And the Niners have cut it back within a score.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Let's go now.
Daniels looking to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Set. Ready, Ryan. Set, go.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready, up.
Here's 2nd and 3. Robinson with another carry.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And now they'll shift things around. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 3.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11. Go.
Fields now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Aiyuk.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
West right there. Hey, can. Nelson. Alpha. Easy. Right.
From the gun on third down, Fields. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Steps away to his left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here we go. Hey, 551. Tonight.
On play action, Fields.
Forced out to his left.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Angel. Tonight.
Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Here we go. Bunch right. Tonight.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays, doing a great individual effort today.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. To throw is Daniels. Mechie has it on the slant. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. And this is going to be a Commanders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 Lions.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
19, 18, trap 60, trap 60. Track 60. Go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Hand off now to Robinson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Now 2nd and 3.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Option play. Here's Robinson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Got it. Ready? Come on, set. Set, go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This is caught by Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Half the 60, half the 60.
Daniels going to try and throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Go.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Here we go, son. 11. Right.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Right.
To throw is Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Right.
Here's Fields. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off play action, Fields.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Right.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Ken.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
Right.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
That's to his running back, complete. And the athleticism on this spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Ayuk going to go in motion right.
They'll roll him out right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Don't jump. Ready? Hey, Ken. Right.
Now it's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here we go. All right.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
27 yards.
And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
To the air goes Daniels.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Bronco 80. Go.
Off the play fake, Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Ready. Set. Hurt. Hurt. Go street. Head the street. Head the street. Hut, hut.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Go. Warrior 70. Hut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
They'll run for it with Robinson.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Go check. Go check.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70.
Caught left side by Mechie.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
18 Cardinal. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
On the give, here's Robinson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Hey, 70 Lion. Hey, smash Bronco. Hey.
Again, it's Robinson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Hey, Can. Tonight.
Back to throw. Fields.
Flushed out right.
That's complete to Pearsall.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Pass caught by Pearsall.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here we go, son. Alpha, 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 alpha. All right.
All eyes on Fields. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, son. EQ. Out, let's go. All right.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition, work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Mayday, mayday, mayday. All right.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.